I really do like the logo, by the way. Genuinely awesome logo.
Seals are good. Oxygen's good. Just do what you did last time, and you're fine. Follow my one simple rule. Hella, what's my one simple rule?
Listen to Lynn. Boss lady knows best.
Exactly. Listen to me. Mining's just like any other job.
I've got legs!
Go steady. Go safe. Go home with a pocket full of credits at the end of the day.
Will I be able to buy legs?
Totally. It's just like, I work in the Stardock. Except, with more cave-ins, lasers, and accidental dismemberment.
And 100% less legs.
Thank you.
You're gonna be fine. Your first outing was solid. And
did I have legs in my first outing?
Astrophysics.
That's why I keep him around. Good pep talks.
Yeah. And the fact that I can pinpoint a helium deposit from 300 meters.
I imagine the fact he's got legs is also a big plus.
A shame we won't find any down here.
Or like anything down there, honestly. Any form of locomotion that isn't invisible.
Hell, after this, we'll have enough jump fuel to bounce from one end of the settled systems to the next.
Hey, more minerals, more money. And so the cycle repeats itself.
I don't even have a torso, chat.
Jumps in the house for room space, okay?
He's just a big baby. There are worse lives. You know, most Dusties don't even make it this far. I have a good feeling about you.
Group hug now or at the end of the shift?
Do I have arms? I haven't got arms. I can't hug.
Promises, promises.
Worst day ever. I can't move. Probably because of the lack of legs and arms, honestly. Oh, okay. No, I can move. No, I still don't have legs or arms.
How are we on time?
A little longer. Grab some samples.
Life is so unfair.
But not you. Check on Isabel. Make sure she eases up on the breach. I don't feel like getting buried alive today.
Roger that.
Remember, Dusty, keep your breathing steady and never take that helmet off down here.
I can't. I haven't got any hands.
Don't extend this far.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure how I'm moving around.
Still on a rock with breathable atmosphere.
Am I a brain in a jar? Like anti-gravity or something?
Fewer regs. A job like this in the United Colonies? Huh. Reams of red tape.
Hey. Oh, you're busy. Using your arms and legs. Show off. What on earth are you doing?
Look at this one over here.
I am looking.
Albert! No! No. It's a laser, not a sledgehammer. Ease up. Benning, if you got paid per break, you'd be a millionaire. Let's go.
Yeah, okay.
What do we say, Dusties? You make your cut, you get your cut. No exceptions. Come on, pick it up.
No exceptions, chat.
What's the yield?
Maybe that's why I haven't got arms or legs. Maybe I cut them off.
Glimmer, but it's weak.
That's why you like
What do you
me.
think? Stay the course?
No,
Best employee ever.
Squeeze.
Made the ultimate cut.
Okay then. Let's call this one tapped. Why don't you move over to that big vein we looked at?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Dusty, you're up. Grab a cutter and mine what you can. Metal deposits are in that cavern. I'll shout out when I need you.
I could chat, but I won't. Because I just got arms! Happiest day ever! It appears
Think we'll be done here soon.
that by doing work, I am
hear
gifted
this is the
limbs.
last dig.
I mean, that is definitely one way of getting employee loyalty.
Busy.
Okay.
Anyone else to bother?
I am, in fact, armed. Also, this kind of drags up, which I'm surprised at, considering. They gave me arms and legs. Well, Arms. They gave me arms. Pretty solid sign-up bonus, I'm going to be honest. Though why this laser is trying to just pull up, I don't know.
Get back up here.
Maybe the kickback from the
You got a few more
battery
days to go before I
discharge? But
feel
that
like
doesn't
talking
make
to you
any...
again.
Really? You're one of those? Really? I've never understood that mentality, honestly. Like signing up for a fishing troll, it's like, oh no, you're greenhorn, you haven't been here too long, I'm not going to shake your hand.
We're on
Really?
this rock.
Really?
It's time. You're with me.
That's right, I should go back and mine his arms off. Wonder if I get paid for making the cut on other people.
Your mind, delicate work.
Oh, that's fair. Sorry. Doing good. Oh, there we go.
Scanner's reading a clean break. Shutting down.
How's the volume, chat?
Let's go. Ella, get the readings.
Yeah, about that.
Hey,
Problem?
Not
okay,
if you consider
fantastic.
Spike in gravity readings a problem.
I don't.
You don't?
What we're after, it'll read as an anomaly. That's what I was told anyway.
Okay, now you're starting to freak me out.
Yeah, I'm also a little bit
Just
concerned.
another job. Come on.
Uh-huh.
Hey, let's talk later.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. And... Oh, right, okay. You won't walk forward until I am
We're
not
getting
next to you,
close,
even if I'm in front of
I
you.
think. Yeah, everything is just... Lynn, seriously, there's something really effed up about this.
Where is it, Hella?
Through there, I think.
Okay, you're up. Something goes wrong in there, we'll come get you.
Why would anything go wrong?
Would you shut up? Both of you do your jobs. Client is on his way.
I could... no. No, we are being a good boy. Now, you said to explore the... I know he pointed up there, and that's where my little HUD thingamajujat is telling me to go. And yet, my compulsion is not to go in that direction. My compulsion is to explore. My compulsion is honestly to go back and mine all of those nodes that no one else seemed to be mining, especially the person who was treating his laser like a jackhammer. All sorts of fancy resources everywhere that I could be mining right now. I can see a grand sum total of almost nothing. Is there a light or something? Oh, there's a light! Fantastic. Look at this! Marvelous! Oh, you do raise a valid question. They might take my arms back. But as long as I'm being productive and I'm making the cut, then I should get my cut. So, oh, wait. Is the cut... Why are my arms wet? Is this like a hard spaceship breaker scenario? When I signed up, did they take my arms and legs as part of the contract because I just didn't read it correctly? Or I did, but I needed the money anyway because real life sucks? Always read the contract. Hello? Am I going to mine everything? Look, okay, I'm a loot goblin. What do you expect? King of the Goblins demands their loot. And if I don't mine everything, I won't have enough loot to bring back. And no one wants to disappoint the King of the Goblins. David Bowie, for goodness sake. How could you disappoint David Bowie? You're really good. He'll sing for you. It's fantastic. Neodymium, yeah, it's a rare earth magnet. Extremely strong. What babe, indeed. Well played. You got the reference. Is that everything down here? Okay. Now, like I said, chat, I went through the tutorial area, at least past what's going to be up there, whilst checking the recording environment, and because I know something of what happens next, I'm going to pretend like when I was doing the tutorial, I didn't also go back and mine everything because I'm a loot goblin, and say that that's the reason I'm doing it now.
Perfect break.
Yeah, well done. Well done, you. Very, very impressed. Mm-hmm. This is my loot now. The Goblin King will praise me, not you. You're not going to make the cut. They're going to take your arms and legs back. This is how you become the most indispensable operative. And you get the fancy legs. You're not getting paid enough for this, Aavak. Look, I'm getting paid in arms and legs.
Been a good run. You lucked out being picked up for this one.
I did. It's true.
Trying to get through my shift.
I have no idea if this is important, by the way. Like I said, I basically followed the tutorial up until like the first fight, and I got in a spaceship. And at that point, I was like, yeah, look, that's enough of a recording for me to be able to thoroughly test how that looks. And it looked amazing. No hitches, no. There was a little bit of a slowdown on the open world, but in terms of like the frames, it was like an inconsequential amount at the high end, so it wasn't a problem. So, given that, I don't actually know if this is worth me doing at all. Was this Deep Rock Galactic minus the enemies? Hold that thought. Is there anything back here? I would like to imagine that if you can manage to mine every single thing you find down here by sequence breaking, that there would be some sort of achievement. And yet, at the same time, am I expecting too much from Bethesda? Is that something that they would be like, haha, yes, let's appeal to the loot goblins in our audience? I mean, let's be honest, Skyrim is like 80% loot goblin game. And the other 20% is shouting at Lydia because she got herself killed. But I'm not sure that they would have taken the time to add in an achievement for it. I'd like to think they did, but I suspect they didn't. Did I come down here? I did. This is where I started mine. You gonna say it again?
Not interested. Whatever it is.
Okay, well that's a little bit better than I haven't worked here long enough to be worthy of you talking to me. I may have tried out the laser on his legs if he had done that, but he wisely decided not to. Well done, him. Sorry, boss. Being very thorough. You know, you told me to explore. I am exploring as thoroughly as I can by making sure that I explore the place I'm meant to go last, which gives me maximal time to explore everywhere else.
Still getting weird gravity readings. I guess that's a good thing. Just keep going.
Radio. I do. I see lots of things. Is there something in particular you would like me to see? Like, oh, I don't know. Something that might be causing those weird gravity readings. Since you haven't been too specific, I can only answer in the affirmative that I do, in fact, see things. That, if you couldn't tell, is what I need to be touching and rubbing my face on. And will, of course, consequently, be the last thing that I touch and rub my face on. I will instead spend my time gathering up all of these precious resources. I have no idea if they are worth me spending the time to gather or not. But in case they are, I would be a very silly sausage if I chose not to when these are right in front of me. Who knows? This might be really rare deposit, like in this game. And later on I'll be like hurting for a lack of it. They wouldn't dare take the limbs back off their most profitable miner. Never gonna happen. Also, how can I build a Gubbins grotto if I don't have any Gubbins to put in it, chat? Think of that. Do it for the Gubbins. I will be honest though, I don't know what the weight economy is in this game. My usual go-to is I want one how to put it? If we were talking real world equivalents, so a pound made of 100 pennies, I would want a pound for every gram of loot I picked up. In this game, I don't know what I should set my expectations to. Because that genuinely affects how encumbered I become. Because I don't want to have to walk around being encumbered all of the time. Because that is the sincere risk of being a loot goblin. So you have to have standards. Not all loot is worth picking up. Sometimes the biggest, most valuable loot is, per weight, some of the cheapest loot. And you, in fact, want to fill your inventory with pickled eyeballs. Because they only weigh 1 gram, but they sell for 50 gold pieces. That golden idol over there, sure, it's worth 5,000 gold pieces, but it's 5 kilos. Pickled eyeballs all the way. Mixing metric and imperial? That's very dark Aavak of you, of course. I think this is the last one. Oh no, someone in chat has said I missed the node. Where? Where have I missed something? No. Where's the node? Oh, yeah, it is. Well spotted, Murder Phoenixes. Back in the tunnel. Oh, quite right. Double well spotted. Okay, I think I got everything. I think we are about as profitable as we possibly could be. Also, physics! Remarkably satisfying. Like in old black and white games, when you could tip the lion head logo and pour all the pixels out. Okay. Alright. You can tell it's extra space cosmic mystery because it's tagged as just question marks that are glitching out on the UI. Use the cut deposit.
Snap out of it!
Come on. Come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out.
Harsh, but fair.
You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
Now, that is actually a really good way to segue into character creation. I do appreciate it. So you've got a bunch of prefabs, ready-made humans. So many. But of course, we're not going to be going with that, but I wanted to just give you a glance at who they are. If you're not into character creation, you're a terrible human being, but also this game does create it for you since you... Oh. Hello, Amos. What are you doing here? Did they model all of these after... I wonder, did they? Because I'm fairly certain that when I was looking through these, I didn't remotely go this far in the personal record before I moved over to just making my own. But... is there? I'm fairly certain there is a another character from Expanse. Or one that I thought looked like a character from Expanse, at the very least. I shall find you in a moment. Also, majestic beard is majestic. Are you? There we are. All we need is the belter tattoos. Yeah. Biometric customizations can be changed later. Okay. We're going to make our own character, though, obviously. Alright. Now, this isn't on the clock. We've already finished character creator. But for the VOD watchers who are going to have the pleasure of getting a nice big time skip, we spent a little under 2 hours making our character, and here they are, in all of their glory. Do note the incredibly subtle circuitry tattoo. I'm very proud of that one. Here's their body. We won't go through all the face options. That is where the lion's share of our time was spent. In terms of our background, we are a cyberneticist. Someone who has seen the potential utopian future of transhumanism more or less discarded and wasted. They have pulled themselves up from the bootstraps, or maybe by pulling themselves up, clambering over other people, from being a neon street rat with a loving family who they have gone to great effort to manage to ensure that they are secure, sending a bit of their money back. 2% of our credits home every week to our parents. We can go and visit them. And we decided that this character was something more of a paragon, really. And at least one other person, adoring fan, probably from those same mean streets of Neon, has taken a particular shine to our character here as an example of someone who found their way out the right way, quote and end quote. There's much tea in chat. So much tea. Alright, thank you ever so much, Silent Psychopath, for the 11th month. Diolch yn fawr iawn for the long, almost year of support. Under 2 hours, Aavak is speedrunning this game. I know, right? But that is our character. And with that, let's jump back into the game. I actually quite like that you've got a lot of options in this. Awful lot of options. Right. Go. These are the pronouns. And confirm.
Qualifications like this, we all figured you must be on the run from some megacorp. You're lucky we don't ask too many questions. Well,
Or are you lucky that you don't ask too many
Client's on his
questions?
way, then we all get paid. You remember anything that happened?
Her eyes look incredibly flat for some reason. Just I guess, the shading of them. But I wonder what the option would have been if we'd went with the file not found background. That would have been pretty amazing. So, asks 9. Chat, now that the game is started, how long do you think it will take until Stealth Archer in space?
Say
Instant.
something.
What? Oh, now I'm inclined to not say anything, but we're probably already on the Stealth Archer in space route. I'm not even going to try and resist. The only thing that might stand in the way is the potential for bonkomancy. Right. There was this light and music. It was incredible, like a dream or a vision. Everything's blank
Come
after
on, you're
I went
fine.
into the tunnel.
Let's hear it.
Okay, well, there was this light and music.
Huh. Well, you passed out, that's for sure. Everything else, probably just your brain playing tricks. Either way, we got what we were looking for.
All this trouble for that stupid thing? Huh, sure don't look like much.
Never mind what it looks like. It's worth more than this mine has pulled in all month. We'll be... Speak of the devil.
Oh. Press mouse 3 to switch between first and third person. There we are in all our glory.
Our constellation contact is on approach.
Okay.
Wait, the Explorers group?
Can I
They were
walk,
kind of a
though?
joke.
Not a joke.
Whoa.
You're just too
I
young
walk?
to know that.
There we go.
Hey, I'm
What
just
do you
saying they
mean
got
I don't look good? I look
reputation.
amazing,
Hell,
pal.
I bet half the crew here doesn't even believe they really exist.
Half the crew doesn't believe Earth exists, but it's still
What?
there. Same with Constellation.
Yeah, but come on.
Do we not believe that Earth
Exploring
exists?
space? Who does that anymore? Ain't the space we've already got complicated enough?
Kind of want to listen to them, but also want to pick up things. What are you reading? On space mining. I don't want to take it, I just want to read it. Never mind, I'm taking it, I guess. By Max Waller. Chapter 3, Mining Suit Maintenance. Of all the hazards that exist out there in space, you'll find yourself easily forgetting about CO2 buildup in your respirator. That's a huge mistake. Even a small amount of CO2 is going to add up over the course of your day, sapping just a little bit of life out of you when you need it. Running is harder, swinging that cutter around takes one more huff than you want, and when a tunnel collapses, you want to be moving as fast and across as long a distance as possible. Invest in a good helmet. Trust me. The rest of the chapter continues to recite the importance of quality equipment.
Oh,
that's
sure.
completely fair.
Just take my stuff. All yours.
Well, that was I would like to, I just wanted to the walk of shame. Jen, the walk of shame. I am ashamed. I just wanted to read it. That's all. If I could have just talked to you. Oh, well, you know, I should have just talked to you and asked you what you were reading. I
Argos
apologize.
usually ain't so good at picking sites.
My fault.
Oh, this time, like a miracle.
Space. And what are we wearing at the moment? Minor utility outfit. Okay. Is that better? I have no idea what airborne means. I guess time in the air. I wish there was a better way for me to compare these, but I guess I'm picking that up so I can have a look at it later. Wire spool, lots of odds and sods. Now, some of these things are going to be useful because they'll be crafting material. No one saw a thing. Some of these things are going to be useful because they're crafting materials, but I'm not sure if everything is going to be useful in that way.
All right. Need some coffee or something?
Coffee?
Got a packet.
Are you
Lying
trying to
somewhere.
get everyone here killed? Look, chat barely managed to keep things on the straight and narrow before. You just want to undo all of that good work? Anything in here good? Look, I can walk, and I'm okay with walking, but at the same time, I guess, you know, it's a Bethesda game. I should be running. Endoskeleton. Well, it's a jog, isn't it? Myocardium, cerebrum, endoskeleton, base, body stats, middle what? Abnormality scan 40. Oh no, it's 40% complete before I got up. I'm going to assume. We're totally gonna assume that. What? Look, I was just looking at my scan. It's my scan. I'm allowed to look at it. Now, something I was saying earlier. The way I typically play games, because I am a massive loot goblin, and the problem is you always end up hugely, incalculably over encumbered all the time as a consequence. The one way that I get around that is I'm going to assume that the mass is measured in kilos. Oh, can I?
Yeah?
Excuse me?
Something you need?
I need to get past.
Hey. Busy.
Wasn't talking to you. Was talking to this lady here who is taking their sweet time to get out of my way. Rude, frankly, but still less rude than you were, dick. But the way I usually try to mitigate that, and you can never really fully solve it, is to have an idea in your head about.
Seminar to work on you, huh?
They were, yeah.
I'm
the
busy.
value something needs to be before you're willing to pick it up and put it in your inventory.
You all right?
I am mostly.
Coffee or something?
Look, I've said no.
Got a package around here somewhere.
I don't care where you keep your coffee. I don't want any of it. Now, right now, if we assume that the mass is kilos, then we can assume that the decimal points are, in grams, and we want to at least be somewhere in the realm of, well, like I said, like 100 per gram, or maybe 10 per gram. I don't know what the economy is in this game, so it's hard for me to say. Personal groomer. I mean, we all need a bit of personal grooming.
You lucked out being picked up for this one.
Thank you. Like your hair. I won't take the personal groomer. Maybe it would be it would be an impediment to you keeping your hair looking so good. Has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I don't feel it's valuable enough for the amount it weighs. Digipick, I'm totally taking that because it has 0 mass and is worth something. Thus, infinite worth. Cheddar snack crackers. Now, obviously, it breaks down a little bit if it has a function. Space undersuit.
Argos usually ain't so good at picking sites. Oh, this time, like a miracle.
Are you following me, madam? Look, I know that it might look suspicious that I'm just going around picking everything up, but I assure you, I have a really good reason for it. I like money. Hello. Hella's personal log.
This is the personal log of Lynn's amazing right-hand man. That's me, Hella. Another day, another giant rock. The rock currently in question is Vectera, which is, it's a moon. It's in space. It's got ore, like the last 100. Unless you're me and can appreciate the beautiful distinctions between neodymium, vanadium, and iridium. I love these clowns, but most of them can't tell iron from lead.
Fair enough. Thankfully, I didn't get chewed out for picking that one up. Apparently, it didn't belong to anyone yet. I can pick up a slipper. I am good without that. However, we did just pick up an undersuit. Let me go ahead and have a look. So I've got space undersuit. +5 health and O2, but that seems a flat. Argos Extractor jumpsuit. Whereas this one gives +5% O2 recovery. And O2 is pretty important in this, I would say. DR, damage reduction, maybe? I'm not sure. Yeah, the Hello's the other guy walking around with Lynn, yeah. So these offer more damage reduction. It looks like it only cares about physical. Interesting. Sort by armor. Sort by value. Oxygen, from what I understand of the game, is effectively, well, it's oxygen, but you always replenish it. So, but you can exert yourself and you'll consume your oxygen first. Once you've run out of O2, you start building up CO2. Once you fill up with CO2, you start taking damage. So it's basically your ability to do anything, running around and such. So having better O2 recovery seems to me like a good option. This one doesn't say percent. This one says health and O2. Is that a flat amount? That's the question. Yeah, stamina bar with extra steps. You're not wrong, smash and grab. But this one specifically says plus 5% O2 recovery. This one just says plus 5 health and O2. So I think that's to your maximum. I guess we can find that out, assuming there is a way for me to look at it. Is there anywhere that tells me that? I'm going into screens that we don't want to be in yet. At level 1, the flat value is probably better. You're actually not wrong about that. You're not wrong. So given that, is this worth the wait? 1.2 in exchange for 225. That's not worth the wait for me. So, can I drop one of these? No. Drop. I'll just leave her on the ground there. I will take one, because I can check it out later. You know, because I'm a good boy. No, I wanted to move it, not pick it back up. Yeah, I care about these things. Now, can I hold? Oh, it's hold to equip because there's armor. Ah, that's annoying. Okay, fair enough. I was wanting just to move it. Deep mining spacesuit. Already got one of those. But that is... I mean, it's better than 1 per gram, I guess. But I kind of wanted 10 per gram. This would need to be... Oh, actually, no, it isn't even better than 1 per gram. It's much lower. It's 3,000 versus 7,000. So, no. Again, I don't know what the economy is like in this game. If anyone happens to know, do let me know. Granola mix. I'm just going to nab that. And don't you worry about me taking things from right in front of you. Apparently, this is a... It belongs to all of us kind of mining operation. And I approve. You think for a moment I am going to skip out on checking every nook and cranny before I leave? You are sorely mistaken.
Just trying to get through my shift.
I think it's time for us to move on. Hey, hey. Thank you for waiting.
How'd they sucker you to join? Fall for the fancy pamphlets?
You know, that's a good question.
All right, Dusty. Airlock. Put your helmet on.
Okay. At the area in the lower right, so actually, already been there. Select helmets category. Select the deep mining space helmet to equip it. Okay. No! 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 This is what I get. This is what I get. So much stuff in there! Last time I'm ever following someone out into an airlock. I should have just ran through. That would have been funny, to be fair, to see if that broke everything. Sad loot goblin. I bet there were other like logs from people and stuff. Sod it.
You think we'll be done here soon?
I don't care. This place can burn.
The last dig.
Don't get too used to how easy this has been. Next dig might be toxic hazards or worse.
But we're not always going to get all of the loot. Oh, I will absolutely take those.
Discovery class? That ship's older than this moon.
It's not old. It's classic. Come on, let's do this.
Quissy, don't Don't be mean. There was a loot chest in there as well. How dare you? Time to start over from scratch, new character and everything. I can't believe you stole the loot from me, you scoundrel. I liked you too, Lynn. No more. Ah, just to rub salt in the wound. We've now got a bigger audience for the fact that they stole the loot. Hello, Talings. Dabblings, you know what we need to do? We need some robes right now. Hey, Raiders. You have arrived to a salty Aavak. Because I was tricked into putting on my space helmet before I had fully looted that entire first area. And now I can't get back in.
Rare mineral contract. Your tastes are a bit more sophisticated now, huh?
So, you found something?
Right here.
Hey, Raiders. Thank you so much for dropping by it, Alex. How's your game going, mate? We were fighting in a cave, and now we're fighting in your chat. No fighting in the chat. Oh, okay. Well, I guess you can, as long as you know there are rules.
After the extraction, woke up saying all kinds of nonsense.
Yeah, we don't want to have to pick any of you up off the floor and have you saying all kinds of nonsense.
Went on a trip, huh?
The Jeffs versus the Jeffs, indeed. We need to set up an arena. Are we going bare knuckle or boxing gloves? Airlock should have been a strong hint. Oh, shush. I didn't expect her to immediately pull the lever. I thought she was going to say, hey, Dusty, open the airlock. And then I would have a chance. But no. And yes, that's going to bug me. Alright. You could call it that, Barrett, if that is indeed your name. I've had nothing to talk about. How would you know about that? Sure, you could call it that.
That fun, huh? Not the most gentle push into the great mysteries of space, but hey, been there.
Have you?
Look, just hand over the credits, and I'll be happy to never see this thing, or you, ever again.
That's why I like you, Lynn.
You can see my beautiful character in a moment. We've just got a little bit of
scanners on the frontier are reporting a ship.
A little bit of a conversation to go through.
I really thought I lost them.
Barrett?
Oh, shit! That's a Crimson Fleet!
Okay, so so many shenanigans. You know what? Where am I gonna? We have emergency drills for being attacked by pirates. We're miners. Why have we got emergency drills for that? Okay. For a second. I'm not sure if I can easily get back into the character now to show you, but I guess I could quickly take off. Oh, there we are. Can't zoom in. Oh, no, I can. There we go. This is our character. We are a cyberneticist from Neon. We ended up with a... we're going fairly heavy roleplay for this, so all the choices mattered. We started off picking a planet because I just felt that it would add a little bit more depth to the playthrough if we came from somewhere. And we came from Neon. Neon, Street Rat. We chose the background Cyberneticist. The contenders were Ronin, Cyberneticist, and... what was it? Cyber Runner? Cyberneticist ran out because, obviously, the strength and purity of steel. However, after we picked Neon Street Rat, we also chose the Adoring Fan. And then it was basically a choice for chat whether we went the more dark route or the more light route on our ascension from Neon. We had an Adoring Fan, and there were a couple of ways that we could have gotten that Adoring Fan. One option was simply we pulled ourselves up. We clawed our way out of the slums, and we pulled our family up with us. We went with kid stuff, and somewhere along the line, you know, we were an exemplar. The reason we had an Adoring Fan, the hero worship, was because we got out of the slums of Neon, and others took note. One in particular was particularly enamored. They saw in us their potential the escape from an otherwise bleak future. The other option was, instead of going with kid stuff, we would go with alien DNA and be like, look, we did whatever we had to get out of that place. And somewhere along the line, we volunteered for money to have alien DNA added in. And maybe the initial consequences of that were not exactly foreseen. And we may have possibly eaten a couple of people, and then racked with guilt when we came to, covered in gore and viscera, and just the mewling infant, parents having been a delicious meal prior. We kind of took them under our wing, and they never knew why they had become orphaned, but only knew that we had always looked out for them out of some misplaced guilt, and as a consequence, very, very, very Snowpiercer. But chat decided that it was not going to be a coffee day today. It was going to be a tea day. So instead, we've got the loving family. We are the exception that proves the rule. So that is our character in a nutshell. There they are. Got some what look like cyber eyes, hence the whole cyberneticist. We're going with a bit of a bitter view on humanity. We've seen the utopia that transhumanism could have given to humanity, but instead it's been squandered. Paltry aesthetic changes, prosthetics, here and there for veterans and the like. So, they're useful, but they could have been so much more. We could have been living in the safety and security of the purity of steel. But instead, here we are, mostly meat bags, just kind of living in squalor. We're very unhappy about it. And so we're a little bit bitter about that, and that's where we're going forward. That's our character as it stands. But thank you so much for joining us, everyone. I hope you've all had a fantastic time over on Etal's stream. Thank you as well to the mods for the shout-out command. How many hours was it that you put into character creation, Etal? Because we've been streaming for 3 hours and 40 minutes, and we've just got out of the character creator. Just a little bit shy of 2 hours were spent in character creator. Actually, I think it was somewhat similar for you, was it not? Silent Psychopath, not even 8:30 a.m. Already tempted by a nice hot cherry and ginger honey mead. That sounds amazing. Right, I need to equip my pistol though. So let's go ahead and pop that in there. Chunk, how much ammo have we got for that? We've got 106 rounds. Okay, well that's good enough for me for now. Okay, I will do my best. You know what? I'm going to fight from the front lines. Ah! Go for those headshots. Oh, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. I have to change my mind. I don't want to fight from cover anymore. Oh, fight from the front lines. I want to fight from the back lines. I want to go for the face if I can. I'm awful at aiming, apparently. Really? You're running away? Rude. Shooting while someone is between... the other side of who I'm shooting at? Never a good idea. Is there a leaning mechanic in this, I wonder? That was a good hit. Oh, it takes a long time to reload that. Reload. There's another one over there. Who's shouting about their eyes? Uh-oh. Got a knife. Get down, you scallywag. Now, for those wondering what difficulty level on, we have selected normal, but there is a strong possibility I might increase it depending on how things go. Just because right now I didn't really like the idea of having a massive bullet sponge difficulty modifier, because I don't feel that's a very inspired way to increase difficulty. But depending on how the fights go, we may increase it a little bit. Where's the last one? I wish it was a lean. Is there really no lean? How can we have a cover shooter without lean?
Perform a wellness check and address any injuries.
A wellness check, really? Okay, well that wasn't too bad. Alright. Okay, that's all done. Let's have a quick look. Etal said, I spent about 2 hours in character creation, I think, and was almost immediately punished for one of my trait choices. Fantastic. I love it. Was that the wanted option? We did dabble with the idea of wanted. My chat has confirmed that apparently you can end up with ships. So I was sorely tempted. It's like the idea of experience points and possibly food, depending on whether we went with alien DNA, delivering itself to me and ships. But chat eventually guided me away from that. Well, you got a ripshank. Can I have a look at these things? Value is quite high for its mass. It's still less than what I would imagine 1 per gram, though, so we're going to leave that behind. What about the cutter, though? Can I see its value? Weight, rather? No, very much below. Rescue axe? We probably want to... No, that's way too light. Heavy. We probably want to pick up a melee weapon regardless what we do. What we got over here? We've got synth meat ham. Okay, I guess I'll take that. The maelstrom there. Quite valuable, but probably going to be fairly heavy. But I think I would like a weapon like that regardless. Was that the right ammo for the maelstrom? Yeah, 6.5 millimeter. Okay. Now, early on, I don't know what the kind of loot economy is like, so what's worth taking versus its weight. But as I was mentioning in chat earlier, it is very easy to end up picking up way too much. How are you doing?
Ran straight at those pirates like it was nothing.
I was too busy regretting my decisions to be on the front line. I will confess. There we are. We've got another maelstrom. Are any of these different? Maelstrom there. Sadly, many dead miners. Rip miners. I'm being very restrained in my looting right now, I will confess.
This attack better not be coming out of our pay.
That is fair.
We appear to have suffered fewer casualties than would be expected.
Okay. If only this thing was online, then that would have been amazing, but alas. Okay, I think we've checked out everyone at this point. Okay. You're going to need a cutter for mining. Also, cutters may be good early weapons if you go close. I think I've got one. Yeah, I've got a cutter. I'm just not picking up extra. I don't see a reason to have more assault rifles or more pistols if they're just the same pistol. I'll happily take the ammunition for them. But, well, actually, that's a good point. Did the cutters use ammo? I don't think they do. They might do, though. Can I not take the space suits off the, the environmental suits off the... No, it doesn't look like I can. I can't strip them down, sad to say. Can I go back for the loot that you robbed me of? I can! Okay. All is forgiven, Lynn. I'm no longer salty Aavak.
Of course Barrett was being followed. Every time.
This has happened before.
Now, that was some fine work under pressure. You dug up the artifact, right? That means you saw it. The visions?
I did.
You're coming with me to Constellation.
Not before I've looted the rest of this place, I'm not. If they can tell me what this artifact of yours is, I'm in. If you'll take me off this damn moon, sign me up. Whoa, wait, I didn't ask for any of that. I didn't ask for this. Oh my lord, really? I can't do 1, 2, 3, 4? Ah, okay.
Hey, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but we don't exactly know what the artifact might have done to your head, and Constellation is really the only group qualified to help.
Oh, no, Barrett. No. You think you're just going to take off after the mess you caused?
All right. I guess I did just put you all on the Crimson Fleet hit list.
You seem remarkably blasé about this, actually.
I stay, and I send your Dusty here in my place. I know, but he's not some miner anymore, Lynn. Soon as he touched that rock...
I was never just some miner, I'll have you know.
You can't feel it.
Fine. It's a deal. Get out of here, Dusty. You're on to bigger things.
Oh, to call that me. So call me a Dusty. In a loader. Perfect. What about the man? Don't you need me? No way, not my job. Don't you need me?
Now that we've been attacked, we've got to pack up and move on. Argos will come for the rest of us.
Aren't you sense?
Get
He's a
going.
protagonist now. He put on the sunglasses. Thanks for everything, Lynn.
Just go. Before I say something I regret.
Well,
okay.
Now that that's settled. Vasco, get him to the lodge. No deviations unless absolutely necessary, okay? Protocol, let's go.
Don't you know who I am?
Again. Very well.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there. And it even
No
tells the
deviations. Ah, my sweet summer child.
Hey, look at that. The watch fits you perfectly. Now, questions?
Yes. Okay. Why send me? Shouldn't you go? Oh, can I not just choose these? Wow, I've got to hit enter. I've got to take my hand off the mouse.
What? Curious about that light and music show you experienced? Why it only affected you? Because if you didn't notice, we've all been handling it since with no problem. The way I see it, Constellation needs that.
That's a fair point, actually. An our cyberneticist would
care. It's
care.
only getting bigger each step we take, and you're part of it now.
Fair enough. Who are you and what is Constellation? Really, is there genuinely no way for me? Oh my lord.
See, that's the problem with the settled systems. Too easy to take everything for granted.
All they need to do is
While
allow me
everyone
to
else is busy
press
playing
left mouse button
politics,
on
we're
whatever
the
one
ones
it's currently
braving the
hovering
unknown,
over.
charting the vastness of space. Without us, the galaxy is just a big room with the lights turned out.
Or all of the lights, hopefully. Like, if I could just left-click wherever the mouse was, that would be ideal, but I guess I'm just going to have to do this. What exactly did we dig up?
That, my friend, is the million-credit question. And Constellation can find the answer. With your help.
Okay. But why was the Crimson Fleet after you?
They're just following the loot, like pirates do. And I have something of a reputation as a loot collector.
Oh. Kindred spirit. Okay, well, fair enough. I'm not going to ask questions if I don't think it makes sense for my character to ask questions. Generally how I play through RPGs. So there will be some dialogue options. I'm just not going to pick because it doesn't feel like my character would in that moment, or doesn't feel like my character would need the confirmation. Like, my character can assume why he's given the ship. He's kind of made it fairly clear. And so I don't need to ask. Even if my assumption is wrong, my character wouldn't double check that.
And Vasco, don't let him break my ship.
You really have no idea who I am.